what is up, guys? I'm making this intro after I made the video already, just to explain how this video is going to work. So this is going to be a little bit, mainly because it is going to be focused on riding and just getting the break-in done, tuning the bike and how it's running at slow speeds. And when you see this, it's either going to be the day before Thanksgiving or Thanksgiving. So in that case, I hope you all have a happy Thanksgiving, spend time with your families, friends, and of course, just think of what you're thankful for. If you're new to the channel, this is my KLX351 now. I just finished installing the big bore kit, and of course I am doing the break-in ride in this video. This is a 2018 EFI bike. I have a full FMF system with the Megabomb and the Q4 Slip On. And I have a KDX Snorkel, and of course, to fuel it, I have the EJK Fuel Controller. So if you are new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, get that bell on, because you guys are not going to want to miss what is coming for the KLX351. We're going to be doing all sorts of tests, comparing it to stock, Stage 1 mods, and of course the big bore kit now. Going to be doing wheelies, see if we can't have some fun in the rain with low traction. I will be taking it off-road and making some fun videos. We are on the way to 1,000 subscribers. At this rate, we should hit 500 by the new year, so that would be sweet. So if you guys could help me out a bit, hit that subscribe button. It really means a lot. And with all that being said, let's go ahead and get to the video. This is technically the first ride on the KLX351. However, this video is probably going to be titled Breaking In and Tuning the KLX351. When I get this broken in, that'll be titled the first ride, because I'll actually get to put the 351 through its paces and actually experience the power. But I can tell already, definitely has a bunch more torque, and it's just great. So on the agenda for today, I'm probably going to continue this video tomorrow, but I have to get some more oil, have to fill up with gas, and then we are going to continue to tune the EJK, because as they'll get into a minute, it definitely needed some adjustments. But as you guys can tell, it definitely has a different type of note to it. I'm not supposed to go over half throttle, but honestly, I don't even need it. It feels like I'm just cruising, putting along. I'm gonna try and modulate the RPMs here, make sure I'm giving it a full range, full load. Alright, so let's go ahead and start with the tuning so far that I have done. On my Instagram, I showed the first startup of the bike, as well as the install video, which you guys will have seen already. It took a couple of cranks to get this thing fired up. And then once it did get warmed up, it was idling really low. So first thing I did was raise the idle up a bit, because with my Stage 1 mods, the bike was idling probably at about 1900, which was a little high, but I didn't really pay much attention to it. So this one I figured I should probably set somewhere around 1700. Let me get some gas real quick here and I'll continue on. Okay, as I was saying, tuning. Idle set to 1700. So sometimes I would blip the throttle and the bike would sometimes go down to 1000. If I were to blip the throttle again, it would die. So I played around with the idle some more, thought I got it fixed, but it turns out I did not. So that was one problem. Another problem was below about 3,500 RPM, I was getting a little bit of bogging. And so I tried to add some fuel into the yellow zone, which did help a bit. But coming off of idle, I would still get a little bit of bogging. So I finally decided to call Mr. Blue, and really an awesome guy, helps out his customers a lot, and asked him if he had similar issues, and he said that he did. And what they found is that they had to play with the idle circuit, which is the green zone on the EJK. And when you get off the throttle, Kawasaki has it tuned to go really lean. And so in order to help remedy that, needed to add some fuel to the green zone. So I hadn't touched the green zone because I didn't think that it would do anything. But I did, added a light, started it up, revved it maybe 5 times, and out of those 5 times, maybe 1 or 2 times it dipped to about 1100, but it did not die. So right now, added a little bit more fuel to that green zone, and now as you can see, it has not died on me yet. So I'm still working with that, but so far everything seems good. I'm pulling in the clutch, it doesn't die, and now I'm just doing the brake-in. Wow, nice AMG GTR. So as you can see, when I grab the clutch there, it just falls right back down to idle. So tuning so far is going well. Started out a little bit rough, did get a little nervous, but Mr. Blue, really nice guy, and helps out a lot. Alright, hopefully I can trigger this light here. So now that the tuning talk is out of the way, we can go ahead and talk about things that feel different just riding around the city here. So as you guys saw in the install video, I did upgrade 3 of the clutch springs. So the pull doesn't really feel that bad. It actually feels pretty similar if you're not even thinking about it. And when you release the clutch, it definitely has a lot more bite. And so yeah, if you're riding it how you did with the stock springs, you'll get a little bit of a jerk when you release the clutch. But I'd rather have that than a slipping clutch if you have to complain about anything, but I honestly don't even care. Clutch feels great now. It actually has some weight to it, so it feels like you're doing something. So since this is just the break-in, I can't really get on it too hard, but even at this cruising pace, I can still get up to speed rather quickly and beat a lot of cars off the line. So if that shows you anything, the torque of the 351, what it's known for, of course more power, but torque, more than anything, really makes a difference. Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and get my oil inside here and a new crush washer, and I will see you probably when I get outside. These guys know me down here now though, because I come in here looking at bikes all the time, so they might want to check out the bike, but we'll see. Alright guys, got the oil drain plug, crush washer. So now we are set to get this break-in done, either 1 tank of gas or 100 miles. I guess that'll be a good test of fuel mileage, because with the stage 1 mods, I would usually get about 100 miles before I had to fill up, and it used about 1.3 gallons, so I think that came out to about 70 miles to the gallon. So if you've been around the channel here, you know that I like going through the mall, hitting up the parking garage, and seeing how the KLX sounds. So we are going to do that. Wow, the mall is actually pretty busy now. This parking lot was usually always empty, but now it's not. Getting close to the shopping season. Man, I can't wait until I can get on this. I bet we'll get a little power wheelie in second now with all this torque. Alright, might be a challenge. Get a tunnel run here with security here. Oh yeah, all the brap noises. What's up?
I thought he tried to hit you. What the You doing GoPro videos or where's the car?
Yeah. That security guard is probably like, what's all that racket in there? It's just a big bore KLX, that's what it is. Getting all the brap noises in. Probably doesn't like it, but oh well. I guess I deal with that with my car. Alright guys, so that is the first thing that we are going to do for this video. This is probably going to be a long video because I'm going to probably keep the break-in all to one once I have some time tomorrow to continue it and ride around the city. Should get through that 100 miles or 1 tank of gas pretty easily. And so yeah, we'll go ahead and continue tomorrow. So I will see you guys in a couple of seconds. We are back out on the KLX, gonna do some errands, and we have about probably 90 miles to kill, so might as well take it to do some errands. Gotta get a battery charger, ride it around the city, and have some fun doing this break-in. So you guys are gonna be along for the ride with me. Not even breaking a sweat passing cars here. Looks like we get a little bit more engine braking when we're coming to a stop. I guess that can be expected. There is a little bit more vibrations, but I don't really care about that at a stop. While it's running, it actually seems pretty smooth. Of course, I haven't taken it on the highway yet. It doesn't seem like the vibrations would be increased that much. We are just about at O'Reilly's, and this Prius doesn't know where they're going. Great. So we're gonna hop in here, return the items that I need to, and then we will be back out in a second. We are done at O'Reilly's. Now we'll hit a small section of the highway. And we will get down to, I guess we're going to Lowe's. I think they have the best battery charger for my needs. So we'll get a short highway run on here. Of course, I will be doing a highway test, but might as well get on the highway here, see how everything is running. Man, I can't get over it. It's just too easy to pass. And in the break-in phase, I'm not even allowed to use more than half throttle. But I'm still being able to lug right past people with all this torque down low. Really can't wait until I can open it up and see how easy it is to pass people then. Because I'd imagine it's going to be way easier. Alright, update on the tuning. I added half light to my green zone, so now I am at light 7 on my green zone, which seems a lot better. It's not bogging down low at the moment, and going from cruising to a little bit of acceleration, it seems that the bogging is pretty much gone. Coming off of idle also seems well. I haven't blipped the throttle yet too much at a stop, but it seems it is doing well. Just as a refresher, the green setting helps with idle, And then the yellow setting, of course, is acceleration, kind of mid-range, and then red is wide open throttle. And then the transition zones, I actually learned something new. I guess it really doesn't change the fuel that's being added in between the zones. It really changes when that zone engages, apparently. I didn't know that. I've been treating it as the amount of fuel added or taken away between zones. So now that I know that, I should be able to get the transitions dialed in better. Geez, seems like my turn signal bulb is getting burnt up a bit. Probably from all the fire that the exhaust is putting out. Well, I used to do that. I don't know if it does it now. We are almost 2 lows to get my battery charger. That means I will see you guys when I get out. We got the battery charger. Now we can go ahead and head home. Go eat some food. Okay, day 3, breaking in the KLX. Hoping to get it done today. I've been busy the past couple days with school. So today, I'm gonna go to a glasses shop because I recently picked up a new pair of glasses. And I want to have them check for authenticity. And I figured that it would probably be a good distance to get there, so I'm going to try and take some of the back roads instead of the highway going there, and that should put some good miles on the KLX. So I hope you guys are enjoying the video. If you are, be sure to hit that like button. This video is a little bit different than my other riding videos because I am just riding around trying to get the break-in done. It is definitely slick out today. That is why you always have an out. Sheesh. Definitely glad I had some off-road experience with the rear tires sliding out there, because wet traction is no joke. Go ahead and roast me in the comments for stuff I did wrong there. Definitely learned some things, but I'm sure there were some things that I could have done to prevent that situation. So have at it. Go ahead and roast me. Let's go ahead and turn that moment into talking about ABS. What do you guys think of ABS for motorcycles? Obviously in a car, ABS is pretty handy in order to help with wet traction. Do you feel that even if you have ABS, you're still susceptible to crashes, because even if you grab that front brake, it's going to chatter a bit, and the front handlebars are going to wobble a bit, so it might throw you off guard? What do you think? Let me know down in the comments. My personal opinion is that I think it would definitely be nice to have an ABS bike for weather like this. However, skill, like everyone says, can save your butt in hard braking in the wet. And also keeping a good follow distance, looking far enough ahead, which I probably didn't do. The only thing I can say that I did do was having an out for that situation. But I'm not going to cut that part out of the video, because you live and you learn, and that's just the nature of the beast. Of course, I'm going to go ahead and rewatch that footage to see what I did when I was braking, see if I grabbed too much front brake, or if I didn't gradually grab it. I honestly can't tell you if I did. But enough of that. Let's go ahead and get on to a more positive topic. Okay, hopping on the highway here, just for a short stint. I'm not gonna hop in the fast lane like I usually do. Wow, 65 seems effortless now with the stock gearing and the 351. Vibrations honestly do not feel any more severe than they are on the stock bore cylinder. It is a little bit windy today, but everything feels good. Situations like these always make me think what kind of bike I would like for my next build. Whether I want something with more power, such as a sport bike, or just another fun low power bike for the city. I definitely think I want ABS, and I definitely want something where I don't have to limit myself to the road. So that's why I want to build some sort of scrambler. I think somewhere around 50 horsepower would be good, 50 to 60. So something like the MT-07. I don't think I need something with a whole lot of horsepower. I think I just need something with torque, because that's the fun part. Okay, we are here. So I'm gonna get these glasses checked out, and I will see you guys when we get out. We are done at the glasses shop. They are gonna get those checked out for me. So right now I am gonna head home. Hopefully wait for it to dry up a little bit. Sorry I've been extending this video out over a few days, but I've been busy, and then I thought I would be able to get it done today, and it's just super wet out and not conducive to riding right now. It's supposed to dry up later, so hopefully I'll get some more riding in. I also need to work on just when I'm sitting still revving the bike or blipping the throttle, it kind of wants to die out a bit. And then sometimes if I'm feathering the clutch and the throttle when I'm taking off from a stoplight, it also wants to die out. So I need to play with the fuel. Probably going to try and call Dobek when I get back. So that'll be something I do while I am away from the camera on the bike. Okay guys, we are here in the garage. I probably won't be going back out today on the bike because it is a little wet out to be riding around, as you saw that close call. So I'm gonna take it easy, I'm not gonna force myself or anything to go ride. Not that I have to force myself, because I don't want to ride the KLX, but force myself to go out there when maybe my skills aren't up to par in the wet. So like I said, sorry I've been extending this video out a few days. It's just been a weird video because it's a break-in video. So the topic is kind of just riding around and trying to get the break-in miles done. So the upcoming videos will be more entertaining, hopefully. I know some of you guys will enjoy this as well because it's, of course, the 351 KLX. During this little break I did call Dobek, the person who did the tune for the big bore is not in. He's supposed to be in tomorrow, but basically I want to ask him what he recommends the settings to be, because sometimes at idle, if I blip the throttle, or like I said, when I was out on the ride feathering the clutch and the gas, the bike wants to die out. So I went ahead and messed around with the settings, and I'll show you those in a second. But I took some fuel out of my green zone because I was using way too much. My fuel light already came on, and it's only been like 40 to 50 miles since I last filled up, so that's definitely not right. It's still in the break-in phase, but that's a lot of fuel because the stock setting was 5.5. I went up to probably 7.5 at one point, so that is too much fuel. Don't want to foul out a plug. But I took some fuel out of there. I added a little bit of fuel to the yellow zone, I believe, and then I also moved the transition zone, the yellow-blue one, down a bit because I had moved that up when I first got the bike running because I thought that was adding fuel, but it's really just moving the transition zones around. So let's go ahead and show those settings right now. So green is currently at 6.5. That's about one more than the base setting. Yellow is at 3. I'm pretty sure that was the base setting. Red is at 5. That's about half a light more than the base setting. Then green blue is at 1 to help out with the idle stationary and a little bit when I blip the throttle. but that transition zone is basically, from what I understand, stock fueling to the EJK's cruise fueling, so moving that down helps add more fuel at idle so it stays running properly. And then I moved this yellow zone down a bit, and it seemed to help. Instead of when I blip the throttle and going down to 1,000, I blip the throttle and it goes down to say 1,300, 1,500 because I have my idle set kind of high. And so I just messed around when it was on that setting, trying to get it to die, just blipping the throttle very slowly and not a lot of throttle, because that's when it seems to happen. Or when I give it a good bit of throttle, then it dies, and then I try to give it a little bit of throttle. So I guess an example of that would be coming off a light and getting a bunch of throttle, and then you realize you don't need that much throttle, so you go back down and then get on the gas to continue moving. So we'll test that out tomorrow when it is dry and when I fill up the tank of gas, because I have about 50 miles left, and I should have the break-in done tomorrow. It is supposed to be dry here the rest of the week, so I'll have good traction and won't have to worry about that while I'm trying to break in the bike. And yeah, like I said, gotta stay focused while you're out there on the bike. Make sure your braking skills are up to par. Of course, I haven't ridden the bike in a couple of weeks, so some of my skills might not have been up to the level that they should be. Okay guys, day 4, breaking in the KLX351. We are getting it done today. It's a nice day out, it's dry. So we are going to be riding around to all my favorite places in the city, starting off here with some speed bumps. Today I want to get at least 30 miles in, if not 40, because then after that, should be able to change the oil. I've been working on the idle and slow speed stuff. Seems that I'm pretty close here. So far, really liking the bike. I can be in the upper gears, 5th and 6th, 4th, just roll onto the power and be able to actually move and the bike not bog out. Plus you get that sweet exhaust note coming out the back. Alright, on the road we got about 30 miles to kill. So first thing is probably we're going to look at this gravel pit that I've been to probably only once before, maybe a couple times. Gonna go up there real quick, come down, ride to the other side of the city, and hopefully make a big loop. That should get most of the 30 miles done. Alright, let's do a little blip of the throttle test. Not bad. See, I think moving the yellow zone down might have helped out a bit. Stock setting was 3, and then I changed it to 2.5. Oh man. Yeah, that was probably a red light there, bud. But anyways, the yellow blue zone was at 3, moved it down to 2.5. Blipping the throttle seems okay. Before I go down any further on that mode, I want to talk to the Dobeck people and see what they recommend. But playing with that zone and the green zone seems to help out a lot. Looks like they got some new stuff here. Big rocks. Oh. Okay, everybody, we are on the way back. I have about 20 more miles, but I have to go pick up my brother. So after I do that, I'll go ahead and get these miles done, and we should be done with the break-in. We are out on the KLX again, and we are gonna finish the break-in. This is nice. I can go up the hill passing people and it's not even breaking a sweat. With the stock bore cylinder, I had to almost go full throttle on the upper gears to be able to move, but not with the big bore. All that torque just lugging it along. Uh-oh. Looks like there might be an accident here. So I can blip the throttle a little bit more here. Takes a little bit for it to die. Not that I'm sitting here doing that anyways. I don't think I would need more than a infinity drivers. Anyways, I don't think I'd need more than a couple of blips to get the bike going in any sort of situation. Okay, I don't know how much you guys heard and did not hear, but basically I moved my yellow-blue zone, so the transition to yellow a bit higher, to see if that would help with the idle, and it seems to have helped a little bit. Alright guys, that is going to do it for today's video. We are only a few miles away from having this fully broken in, so by the time I get home, it'll be broken in. So far, it's been great having the 351 on the KLX. Of course, if you did enjoy it, be sure to hit that thumbs up button, share it to your friends and those who may enjoy it, and of course, smash that subscribe button. We are on our way to 1,000. And your guys' support is absolutely awesome. So make sure you have that bell on to keep up with the KLX351 content, the first ride, all the tests that are coming for it. And with all that being said, join the club, and I'll see you in the next one.